Should we start?
Uh,
Yes,
Kristen, just
you
a
can
second.
start.
Kristen, just a second. Yeah. Good morning, Chennai. Hidendra here.
Yeah, hey, hi, Atindra. Good morning.
Yeah. Okay. So they will continue. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sure,
Kristen,
sure.
you can continue. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Can I know the time limit for the presentation?
You can just start presenting and like you can just present to your best what you have developed.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
Participants, just a second. Ma'am, please note this is team number 7.
Okay, sure.
Yes, and participants, you will have 10 minutes for your presentation, after which there will be a question answer round. I will give you a warning once 10 minutes are up. You will have 1 minute of buffer time where you will have to conclude your presentation. So, all the best, and you can start.
Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Is my presentation visible?
Yeah, it's visible.
Yes, right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Good morning, ma'am. This is Team 7. Myself, Princeton, and my teammate is Nolita Rego. Uh, Today we are going to present a uh, very important, I can say, very important topic for especially teenagers. I'll explain you further why. The problem statement states that you have to design a menu master app, which means that you need to give the application some ingredients, and based on that, uh, the application will give you a relevant recipe. So how is it relevant to us? Like we as teenagers, we always are in a hurry to go somewhere, eat something fast. So at times our parents are not at home, so usually order Swiggy or Uber Eats or etc., which we spend a lot of money on it. There are ingredients at home you can use and create anything like recipe. Think about the recipe too. This application helps us in that. This is majorly for the teenagers, but it's implemented for anybody. So this was the basic introduction to the application, and as I said, this is the problem statement. Not to extend it more, but there's an extended functionality which we have added is nutrition. Like what we are doing is along with the recipe which we are recommending the user, we are also giving him the nutrition value of that particular recipe, so that he can keep track of that. Is he eating very high calorie food or is he eating a low calorie food? And also based on his preference, we can personalize it. Like if he wants a high calorie diet, we'll give him a high calorie diet. If he wants a high protein diet, we'll give him a high protein diet. So that's the personalization thing. So in the architecture diagram, it's basically a normal user login which has Google Earth and it goes to dashboard, which is self-explanatory. I think not waste much time on importance this presentation. Recipes. What it is doing is giving the preference of the user that what kind of diet do you want, and based on that we are storing it in database, and based on that we are recommending the recipes from the NoSQL database we have created. And this is the home page where all the recipes are there. This is the search recipe via ingredients. So here the user will give us some ingredients, some random ingredients, not maybe the whole recipe ingredients, some normal ingredients, and based on that we'll fetch in the NoSQL database which we have created, and then whatever is missing, we'll select the most relevant recipe first, and then whatever is missing, we'll tell the user that this is the nearest grocery store, so you can go and buy it from there. And in the profile page, we are maintaining a calorie count of every day, so that whatever the user selects from our app, it goes to the profile page, and it keeps a count of how many calories the user has taken. Noida, you want to take ahead
Yes,
from here?
yeah. Just a quick review of all the features that we have in this app. As we have made this app using Flutter, it is quite fast and accessible. As Flutter is known to be very smooth in terms of even coding and even functionalities. The second thing is a great user experience and understanding. So we have made this app quite simple and easy to understand for all the people, even a person of the age 12 or 14. Even that person can understand the app very easily and can use it well. Also, the third thing is a wide range of recipes to recommend from. This part Princeton will explain this includes all the database and scrapping of recipes that
Yes.
we've done from
Okay.
backend.
Okay. So what we have done is like to get a database from the internet. It's very difficult according to the according to the requirements which was set, like the recipes, the nutrition value, the ingredients, and the whole instruction procedure. So there was no public data set which was there. So we decided to web scrape. There's one site called allrecipes.com. So we scraped from that, and as you know, scraping comes with a lot of redundant data, and we need a lot of cleaning to be done. So this was the major part of the whole project, like scraping the whole thing, and then cleaning the dataset thoroughly, and then putting it into the NoSQL Firebase database. We are using Firebase database instead of SQL, though there are relations, but we need faster retrievals, so we switch to NoSQL. And I'll just show you how the database is designed, and then we'll go to the UI part. Yeah. So yeah. Yeah. Correct. So firstly, we have inserted all the ingredients. Ingredients there are two collections. One is the ingredient, one is the recipes. And in ingredients, it's basically only the name and the recipe ID. Initially, the recipe ID is not present, but when we are inserting recipes, when we are inserting the recipes, that time we check in its key value in the document of that recipe. Like this is all the scraped data which we have put over here: calories, carbohydrates, cholesterol, fat, instructions, etc. So these new things, these are the modified uh, ingredients. So these are the IDs of the ingredients. Like if I have to search, it will take time, but it's the IDs of the ingredients. So basically, it's like a foreign key in SQL, normal SQL. So that's it. How is it is, and I like Nolita to show the UI and the whole functioning. I'll
Yeah,
stop there.
can I share my screen, Princeton?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I'll just run my app. Uh, so this is a basic splash screen that we've made to make the app look very attractive for the user. The second thing that we come to is the login page, where a person can log in using his email ID and password, as well as do a Google sign in. So I'll be doing a Google sign in for now. Yeah. So this is the dashboard of our app, where there are many functionalities like search, where the person can normally search recipes. Like you don't have to like, apart from all the functionalities that we've added, a person can normally search for recipes that he wants. The second thing is that we have put many other recipes apart from his likings, that a person can he can do it for himself. The second part is the ingredients part. So this is the main functionality that we've added, that is, if a person I've split this into two parts. So one is the person searching by ingredients, and the second is a person taking care of his health and searching by the amount of calories that he needs in his food. So if I first do it by calories, So I put a maximum and minimal 100 to 150. So if I click on search, the recommendation system gives all the kind of meals that is given. So the problem statement didn't actually mention as it was mentioned that you need to give us 3 times of like per day what kind of meal can you eat, but it wasn't clearly mentioned that what meal to eat when. So we have actually classified it as breakfast and mixed meals. The second thing is by searching by ingredients. So one is that you can even search if you don't have the ingredients listed here. So I'm just randomly listing some ingredients. So here, if I list these 3 ingredients, if I click on search, so if supposedly there is no, like if some of the ingredients are missing, so the app gives you a pop-up that your ingredients are missing and this recipe needs it. Now here, I didn't show the recipes first as I wanted the pop-up to be shown before. And I wanted to implement here Google app. Actually, I've been doing it on the separate app. And as my presentation was first, so I couldn't merge it on this app. So this is it. And the next part is, okay, wait, it's gone.
Team,
Yeah.
please note that 10 minutes are up. You have 1 minute to wrap up your presentation.
Okay.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. Narada, I'll take over.
Yeah, I'll just show the last part of the app. Yeah,
Okay.
Okay. Just the 2 pages are left. Yeah, so this is the random recommendation system that we've put in the app where a person can choose his dishes accordingly and select according to his likings. And the fourth part is the profile page where a person can, all the tracking of calories, the nutrition value is done here. So this app is mainly based on the fact that it can only put the like only if the person searches the meals and only those meals nutrition values and calories will be added to our profile automatically other than the other meals that he selects. Yeah, Princeton, you can go ahead.
Yeah. So for the recommendation part, we are using Light FM algorithm. So Light FM algorithm is a Python implementation of many popular recommendation systems using War Plus, and we are training it on War Plus also. But there are other losses, but we are training on War Plus. This was about the
Your presentation
sorry.
time is up. I think we should now. Your presentation time is up. We can now move on to the question answer round.
Okay, I'll just conclude it and can
Okay.
go. So that was about the recommendation part, and for the future scope, we are trying to implement like we are trying to modify the data set, because at present we have scraped almost 5,000, but we put only 1,000 recipes in the database. So that because it was time consuming to put it in the database, we'll try to put all the 5 to 6,000 the recipes which we have made, put it in the NoSQL database, which would give us a wide range of recommendations as well as good reach over other recipes. Like now it's only thoda sa Indian, so maybe we could put a foreign database in it and increase it.
Okay, Princeton, thank you for this presentation. I've seen that you all have added sort by category option, and I've seen that you all have 2 categories of breakfast and mixed meal. Do you all have like a category of when the meal, like, you know, there was a section as to which time of the meal you should have it, or like, you know, like this is.
It was in the presentation, but we didn't go till down. So we have not actually implemented it, but it is there. We have written it that if we want to recommend things, we'll also time into it. And at present, the website which we scraped does not have tags like this is a breakfast meal, this is a lunch meal. So what we did is we randomly shuffled the tags just for daily purposes. So we added a new column named as tag, and we shuffled it and just we are putting the breakfast thing over there at present.
Okay. And
But yes,
like when the
your
grocery,
idea
when the
was
items,
we were going
yeah, okay, I got that. And when the items were missing from the grocery stores, well, like I just saw that you can buy it from the nearest grocery stores, but there was no pop-up as such. So was that
Yes,
implemented?
ma'am. Yeah, actually, it was implemented, but I had done it on a separate app, so that I don't get an error on the main app while I was running it. So I was quite short of time
So the integration
just
was
add
not
my code.
done.
Yeah,
Oh,
to add those codes in
to
my
put
main app.
that app.
Yeah.
okay, okay, okay. Yeah. Okay, okay. Team number 7. That's good. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Princeton, you can leave the meet. Ma'am, this is just a reminder that was team number 7,
Yes.
and you'll have to input the scores in the sheet after all the teams have shown you the
Yes.
presentation.
Yes. So there'll be another team joining in, right?
Yes, ma'am, we have 2 more teams to go.
Okay, sure.
Ma'am, our next team is here. The team number is 4. Please note.
Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am. Uh, I'm just sharing my screen. Is it visible to you?
Yes, it is.
Participants, just a second before we start, I'll just like to tell you that you have 10 minutes for your presentation. After 10 minutes are up, I will give you a warning, after which you will have 1 minute buffer time to wrap up your presentation, and we will move on with the question answer round.
Okay, thank you so much. Could you just give us a warning at around, 8 or 9 minutes so that we get to know about the time?
I'll give you a warning at 8.5 minutes.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
Um, our problem statement was to create a web application that will allow users to view different recipes, and based on the different ingredients that the user has, the user can view different recipes, and in case he does not have any recipe, he can also try and order these recipes, or the user should be able to view the location of different markets where he can fetch these ingredients. So we've tried to incorporate most of the things that are required in the problem statement. So our web app here, what we do is basically we have a login page that we are making use of Firebase at the backend to for storing the data of the user. So once when the user clicks on this search recipe button, what happens is here the user can search recipes based on the ingredients that he has at present, or if he wishes to make any recipe out of those ingredients, he can search for them. For example, if I click on milk or say carrots, and these are different types. He can search for different ingredients that he wants. He can even choose non-veg food. And then besides these elements that are written in the cards, we have another text box where he can actually type different ingredients which were not present on top. Suppose I want to enter mint leaves. So I can do that, and various other ingredients he can search, and then he will click on the search recipe button. Now, once when he does that, what we are doing is we are making use of an API known as the recipe search API. So this API basically has a lot of data related to different recipes, around 3 million data. So here, when the search recipe button is clicked, so the API fetches the data and it's displaying the data for 10 recipes. So these 10 recipes, we are displaying them in different cards along with their images, because when images are present, a user finds it very uh, he finds it good to interact with the website. So that's why we made use of images. Now, for example, for the first recipe here, the API will tell what is the average preparation time, what is the amount of calories that that particular dish will give the user, what all are the ingredients that the user needs, because that was one of the requirement in the problem statement, and what all are the nutrients in that particular recipe. So these details, we are displaying them on a card, and then for the user to view the recipe, he can just click on this button, go to recipe. So there he will be directed to a page where the actual recipe is present, so that he can see the recipe. Now on the same page, we were also asked to generate a user profile. Now there, what we are doing is on the basis of what kind of recipe the user has searched. So we are telling him that the next meal that he is ideally going to search, he should make sure that it has these amount of calories. So this is one thing that we've done in the user profile generation. Like this, he can search for any recipe that is present. Now, suppose in case the user does not have any ingredients that are present in the recipe, so he can go to this order ingredients button. On click of this button, what happens is a map is displayed. Now, this map it will show the markets the grocery markets that are present in my location, so that I can get the information and order or physically go there and purchase any ingredients. Or there is another option: visit an online store. Now, on click of that button, what we are doing is, suppose the user says, I want to get rice and egg. So on click of this, we are directing him to the Grofers website, where whatever is his search query, we are already putting that here. So he can search, so he'll be displayed output for rice, for egg, and so on. That is what we have incorporated there. Back to the home page. And in case the user does not enter any ingredients, he just wishes to see some recipes, even that will be displayed. So randomly, the API will fetch 10 recipes and they will be shown to the user. And these are just some photos that we have added to the website. As I mentioned, the order ingredient page, for this page, for the maps thing, we have made use of geolocation. So from geolocation, what we are doing is we are fetching the present latitude, longitude, and from there on maps, we are embedding it, like we put a search query of grocery stores. So through that, we are embedding it and we are creating an iframe, and that iframe is displayed here in the form of a map. Now, just to show you about the API that we have used. Now, suppose this is the API. This API, when you so basically, this is on Postman. Postman, when you search for this API and when you send this, I'm sorry, my screen got hanged. When you click on the send option, so on the click of that, it will fetch the data, and out of that, 10 results are displayed on our homepage. So that is what the API is doing. And yeah, these are majority of the components that we have integrated based on the problem statement that was given to us.
Shall I show the login now?
Yeah, I'll still show.
Yeah, I'll share my screen now, ma'am. Just a minute. Is it visible?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Okay, so the login and logout, the user profiling has not been properly integrated, but we'd gotten started onto it. So basically, there'll be a sign up page. Our page is ideally for like a normal public user, because not everyone is going to like log in and make an account before searching for the recipe of their choice. But we have made a provision for it for user profiling, because then we get various advantages. So for a user, you'll have to follow the normal email format, and the password has to be about 6 characters. And then when you register, you are led to the home page. So I have made a database over here, and you can see that the newly registered user is visible over here. So the ideally, what we were planning to do was that once the user is logged in, he'd be able to favorite any recipes that he has already seen or like that already viewed, so that it'll be in their history. And one part of the problem statement was that we should be keeping track of the user's diet and nutrition intake. So what we came to know was that to use Firebase properly, that is to integrate it properly, we actually needed to use PHP or something, and it was too late to kind of put that in as well. So what we did was basically this, wherein I actually looked up what the ideal calorie values are for different meals, and then I made notes for like every amount, like if depending on the time of the day. So since it's 11:30 right now, basically the hour of the day before it's 12 a.m. So I'm assuming it's breakfast. So since the breakfast is more than ideal, your next meal should ideally be between 400 to 600 calories, because I looked it up, and your lunch or dinner is supposed to be heavier than your breakfast. So based on all of that, I've made these notes which pop up according to the dish you chose. So over here, I think most of the recipes have very high calorie. So we'll get the same note. But yeah, I looked it up and I made the
Yes,
appropriate.
8.5 minutes are up. You have 1.5 minutes left.
Okay, thank you. So we've taken care of the user's
nutrients and a calorie intake by making notes like these because we weren't able to fulfill the profiling of it completely. So this is a feature that's available to the public user as well right now. So I think that's a plus for us. And then we actually even are able to order the ingredients for them and find grocery stores and visit online stores. So these are all features that we were able to integrate, which was also part of the problem statement. I think this is we've completed the problem statement and all our features. Yeah.
Ma'am, any questions that you would like to ask?
Yeah, okay. So in the user profiling, I see that you all have created a login, and I just wanted to reiterate that you all said you all didn't have, you all could not incorporate the
Yeah.
suggesting of time and the recipe for the users, right?
No, I basically couldn't integrate the proper user profiling. Like basically user logging in, logging out. I couldn't integrate that properly with our website. So
Okay,
basically, I'm not like taking care of sessions and everything. I think I'm supposed to use PHP for that. So we didn't have time to integrate that. So
okay,
instead
and
of that, yeah.
okay, go on, go on.
Yeah, so in place of like keeping a track of a single user, what I'm doing is I'm taking the time of the day, and for whatever public user is currently watching, is using the website, we'll give recommendations based on what they just clicked. Like, since you just clicked this recipe, your next meal would probably be better off if it's in this range of calories.
Yeah,
So
but
that's
you
how
all
we
are
made
not
up for that.
suggesting any particular recipe or suggesting that, you know, your next meal should be at 1 p.m. or maybe 4 p.m. or something like
No,
that, right?
no, we're
Oh,
giving the range of
oh,
calories and we're displaying the calories of every dish in our cards as well.
okay, okay, that's it. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, ma'am.
Anything else, ma'am?
No, no, that's good from my side. Thank you.
Nicole, can we leave the meeting?
I think you all can leave the meeting. Yes.
Ma'am, if you have no further questions, participants, you may leave the meet. Thank you for joining.
Thank
Thank
you,
you, ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay.
Ma'am, just a reminder, this is team 4, so you can escort them.
Yeah, okay, sure. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you. Ma'am, our next team is here. Please note the team number is 9.
Okay. Good
Guys,
afternoon.
before we start, just a few instructions. You all will have 10 minutes for your pitch round, after which there'll be a question answer session. After 10 minutes are up, I will give you a warning, after which you will have 1 minute buffer time to wrap up your presentation, and then we can start with the question answer round. Good luck.
I'll start the presentation, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you can start with the presentation.
Yes, start from the beginning.
Okay. So basically our project is in Android and the problem statement is one. So we have built an application which serves the purpose of recommending the user with a specific dish depending upon what all ingredients he has, and he can also fix the gaps of the ingredients which he does not have. Okay, so next slide. So the application begins with the conventional login and sign up page. This is done using Firebase. Okay. Huh. Once you click on the login, you get this page. This is also done using Firebase, and the login with Facebook and Twitter is yet to be implemented because of the time constraints. So for the hackathon's purpose, we have limited it to just querying it in the Firebase. Next, please. Okay, so this is the screenshot of the Firebase database in which there are two users registered, that is me and Warren. So you can see the user ID, it is all encrypted and stuff like that.
And here the authentication starts and happens if a user which is other than Yash and Warren, like me, Raj @gmail, will try to sign in directly. It will not happen.
Oh. So the purpose of making this app is to make people get rid of their the new trend that is coming, that order everything online, don't make anything at your own house, and start eating unhealthy. It doesn't matter. So the purpose of this app is to, as soon as the user enters, first is to remind him of what kind of situation he is in currently. So the most popular and easiest way to do that is to show him his BMI and the regular calorie intake that is required in order to maintain his weight. So this is what is done in this first slide. So here you enter your height, your weight in kilograms, and your age. So accordingly, it will calculate your BMI, tell you if you're overweight, obese, or just in the normal category.
This is
Okay,
basically our
so
theme.
the motto behind this whole problem statement. So here we have entered it, and once you click on calculate BMI, it just doesn't calculate BMI, it also calculates the weight category and the daily calorie intake which is required to maintain the weight of that user. So after this is done and you click close, you are redirected inside the application where the real work is happening. So here we have two tabs which can navigate amongst each other, but the way which we expect the user to use
Team,
is that.
sorry to interrupt you, but could you please, instead of going through the presentation, could you please go through the app and do the similar things?
Sure, no worries.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
thank you.
Warren, can you?
Yeah, he's doing. It will take some time because the grader build is running.
Till then, if you want to continue the presentation, you may.
Okay, so we have it in front of us.
Open.
Okay.
So Warren, please enter the email and redirect it to where we were.
So this is the BMI activity where we were calculating the BMI and the overweight situation and their daily calorie intake.
So here it is showing the normal weight and the calorie intake. Okay, so now we are here. Now if you see, the user has two options. Now I'll explain in brief. The first section is the ingredients. Okay, so these are the list of the total ingredients which we have listed down. Actually, we have listed down a smaller data set for the hackathon purpose. So here we have these ingredients, and the user can select the ingredients in two ways. One is to directly tap it, like when Warren does it, it will show a tap on something. Okay, so it says selected chicken and it is there in the basket now. So the other way is through search. If the user does not want to scroll once the set of ingredients increases, so it is ordered alphabetically. You can try any other alphabet also. So you can select it from here. So once, for example, if you select dal and you click on it, so you select dal and you are redirected to the basket where the dal is present. So let's say you only have two ingredients, okay, and you go back. Okay, you can add more.
Basket.
Go to the basket.
Yes.
Let's say you have two ingredients and now you want to find the recipes which include these two ingredients. So you just click on find recipes, and there, after you click it, you get the option to choose your recipe. Now it will list down all the recipes. So we have different kinds of things. This is actually a data set which we got from Kaggle. We referred multiple data sets, but this was the data set which we found suitable for us.
And
it was
also,
in
you
Excel
can see,
format.
and also if you can see that as we choose chicken and dal, so mostly the recipes which are shown up are mostly chicken and only which contain dal. Yes, you may continue.
Okay, so after you see these recipes and let's say you choose some fried rice or something, choose anything you want for it. So once you click on it, you are redirected to the ingredients and recipe and the details of the entire dish. So once you see these details, you get an idea of what all is required, what all is not required, and you get an idea of what all is there in your kitchen and what all is not there. So once you get that brief idea, looking at the recipe and all, you can just go to the stores near button, where it redirects you to the nearest grocery stores from where you can buy anything you want. So it takes the location and it shows whatever marts are available nearby. You can call them, and the rest of the process is offline. For any online assistance, we depend on the grocery store. So this is what our app is in brief.
We cannot manipulate the third-party store directly. That's why we are just redirecting to a particular store nearby.
Also, the things which were in progress, Raj can elaborate. The things which we're trying recently.
What in presentation?
It is.
Response, nutrition value response. Yeah. So calculating the nutrition value, we wanted a API and an API key to work with it. So we were searching very hard. So we found an API key and we tried to hit it. And Previously it was showing error, and now we tried hard and we got the response. Then we tried to filter it by food central ID, which is 110406 7. There you can see where the warning is hovering on. And from using a food central ID, you can pick a particular food, and it will contain all the nutrition values with calories and protein values, like all the things. And from there we can find out the nutrition value for a particular dish. So this work was in progress, but due to the time limit as said by the team sorry uh, management members, we have to stop at 11.
And please note, 10 minutes are up. You will have 1 minute of buffer time to wrap up your presentation.
Yeah. So this was it.
And also, is my voice audible?
Yes.
So what we had done was that we took a data set, which was a CSV file which we got from Kaggle. We converted this CSV file, we figured it out, the requirements of the columns, we explored it and did an analysis and selected only those required columns which we needed for the recipe and converted it into a JSON file and then imported that JSON file in our Firebase real-time database, which was created under the reference of recipes. And this was the IDs which were generated, like the first, so now if you get the second ID as the cuisine South Indian recipe, its cook time is 30 minutes. So this is how the database got loaded by importing the JSON file. I guess we are done.
Okay, so I think that's it from our side. Thank you so much for listening.
Yes.
Okay, so team, I just wanted to know that when I seen that you all have created a user profile for login, but have you all created any provision where it tracks how much diet or how much nutrition the user has taken, or what's the time of the meal when he has to next have the meal, or what meal he has to take, or anything? Have you all been able to incorporate any of that?
Yes, ma'am. Actually,
No,
what
we
we
were
had done was we created a Firestore where we were trying to save the profile of the user. But the main issue which we were facing was to hit the API to get the nutritional value of each ingredient. So as we were facing issue in getting the nutritional value, we couldn't move forward to update the user profile. We have a provision in our Firestore, where we have created the user profile, but we couldn't update it due to our fallback due to the time constraint, and we couldn't complete the nutritional value part.
Okay, and another thing I could see, like when you all said go to the store, right? So it's basically not checking, like if you all have the ingredient, it just mentions the ingredient and they directly say that go check the store, right?
Yes, ma'am. Correct. Actually, that we were trying to highlight the ingredients, but then as it was a list view, we need to update the UI because as a developer, what we thought was first features and then the UI. So what we were focusing on was developing the features, and then later on we realized that it was tough to figure it out through a list view. So that's the reason why we couldn't highlight the ingredients which were not in the card of the user.
Okay,
So
I got it.
then that can be surely done once the UI is updated.
Okay, that's it from my side. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you so
thank you.
much.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. That was it. Those were the three teams that you were supposed to judge. Uh, I'm really thankful for you being there on such a short notice, even with the time zone difference and there being past midnight. I really
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Yeah. No problem at all. It was my pleasure judging such a talented student. So thank you for this opportunity. I'll just update the score maybe in another 5 to 10 minutes for all the
Yeah,
three teams. The team
not
number was 7, 4, and 9. Am I right?
let me just confirm just a second. The team numbers were 11, 4, and 9.
7. First was a
7,
7. Then second was 4, and the
yeah,
third was 9.
7, 4, 9. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just complete the form. And is there anything else that is needed from my end?
Ma'am, if you could just send me your email address and I'll send you an appreciation letter as well as your account details for the remuneration.
Okay. Sure. I'll do that.
Yeah, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Good night.